What's going on YouTube? It's Big Trucker Jeff here with another video about my car audio build for my Genesis coupe. And we have the audio control active line output converter. It's the lc2i, and it has 2 speaker level inputs to get the signal out of your stock head unit so you can maintain that and all the stock features. So it has these connectors right here that you can take out, and it just makes it easier for you to wire them up. And I was watching this other audio YouTube channel, and he was talking about how to make your installs a bit cleaner, more professional looking, and these are called wire ferrules. So you get these and you put your speaker wire in there, and then down here is where the power wire goes, and the remote in, the remote out. But they disconnect, like I said, which makes it a lot easier for you to do that. And they just clip in like that. But yeah, these are wire ferrules over here. So I found this kit on eBay for about 20 bucks, and it comes with the crimpers too. Get a bunch of different sizes right here. And I bought these 4 gauge separately. They didn't come in this kit, but I got that to make life a little easier on the install. But back to the line output converter. So the cool thing about this is that it makes the install a little easier because you get to cheat a little bit. So up here you just get your positive and negative speaker wire inputs from the left and the right, and then down here you got the remote out, remote in, 12 volt, and then the ground. So this has a cool feature. It's called the GTO, and that's the signal sensing turn on. So what it does is it senses that it's getting a output from your speakers, and then it turns the unit on, and so you don't have to run the remote in all the way up to the front of the car. So then where it gets easier on the install is, instead of running the remote up there for your amp turn on, you just put it on the remote out with your remote wire. You run that to your amplifier remote in, and it will turn the amp on. And then you just take the 12 volt and the ground, and you just run those to the 12 volt and the ground that's going into your amp, and that will power the line output converter. Then it has this cool feature called AccuBase, which AccuBase is, it helps with the roll-off on your stock head unit. So what happens is the car manufacturer, because they don't have the best speakers and whatnot inside of the car, when you turn up the volume on your stock head unit, what it does is it cuts the bass down quite a bit, so you don't get the bass that you normally would. So this takes that feature out, and it adds the bass into where you need it to be. And then it has the RCA outputs right here. So down here is if you're only running the dedicated subwoofer amplifier for the bass output. And then up here is if you're wanting to just amp your mids and highs, but for my application I'm just using the bass output. And then it has the gains right here for both of the RCAs. But it's a small tiny device. I'll show you my phone. It's about the size of my phone, so that's cool. It doesn't take up a lot of space. And at first I went over to one of the local audio stores called Audio Express in Arizona, and they had recommended that, and I saw the price tag, and it was for $100, and I was like, geez, $100. And then I looked on eBay and I found it for 70 bucks, so I went ahead and ordered that, and they recommended it because this is a million times better than just the passive line output converters. So I went ahead and I got it, but that's the lc2i by Audio Controls.